Hello everyone, let me adjust my magic wheel. Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Narcissu Side Second. Without any further ado, let's continue. Yay. Around when the sun, which had been so high, was setting. After I left the hospital, I returned home. Ooh.
ただいま。
I'm home. At the empty front door, my voice reverberated. From that closed-off room, the moment I opened the door, a blast of hot air had come out. Ooh. Nice, nice. I opened the living room window and let in the outside air. Even just that much cooled the room. Looking at the clock, it was 4 o'clock. Still early for Mother to come home. I placed my slightly sweaty some alliteration going on there, huh? I placed my slightly sweaty sailor uniform in the washing machine and changed into pajamas. God. And then after I finished washing the rice to help out Mother, who would be returning soon, I finished the preparations for making dinner. Since I was feeling well at this point, I set myself to doing at least this much. Really, I could just relax in my room, but instead I switched on the fan in the living room. Father and Mother working in the middle of this heat. For me alone to be in a cool, air-conditioned room, it gave me a bad feeling and I couldn't do it. She's home.
ただいま。
Yes. Yes, you are. You are home. I'm home.
おかえりなさい。
Welcome home. Mother returned from her part-time job. Almost always around this time she would come home.
節美、もう晩ご飯済ませた？
Tatsumi, did you eat dinner yet?
まだ。
Not yet.
じゃあ一緒に食べましょう。今日もたくさんコロッケもらってきたから。
Then let's eat together. Today I got lots of croquettes again. Sitting at the table across from each other, the two of us started an early dinner. Because Father's commute had lengthened, he often came home late, so the times the two of us ate like this, separate from him, increased.
どう？おいしい？
So, is it good? What does mean? What does that mean? Is this just a noise? Why is it like the first thing she always says is I gotta look that up, man. I guess it's just like so they like I guess. I don't know.
あ、よかったらポテトも食べてね。あなた好きでしょ？
If you want, eat the fries too. You like them, don't you? With that, Mother offered the plate of fries. The plate of fries. Before, I continued to eat them silently. Since then, it seemed Mother thought I liked them.
実はお母さんね、昨日からポテトあげる係になったのよ。
You know, your mother since yesterday had been frying the fries.
だから実はこれだけ残り物じゃなかったりしてね。
So these aren't really just leftovers. Nothing.
別に心配いらないわよ。
No comment. You don't have to worry.
あなたが好きだって言ったらね。
You see, when I said that you liked them,
お店の人たちも好きなだけ持って帰れって言ってくれているんだし。
the people at the store said I could take home as much as I wanted. Cheerfully, happily, Mother spoke on. Exactly what were the conditions that led the people at the store to say that, I didn't know. But just from imagining it, I was filled with guilt. For some reason, I was pained.
じゃあこれからも楽しみにしていてね。
So, from now on, look forward to it. In front of such a mother, all I could do was just stay quiet and continue eating the fries, trying as best I could to eat as if they were delicious. Aww. Just put some ketchup on it, it'll be fine. Ketchup makes everything taste better. Everything! Even ketchup. A few days after, this game sure does love using the word after a lot, with the usual cicadas. Fuck, I can't. It's like I know how to say that word, but I just always fuck it up whenever it comes up. Whatever, who cares? And the sun consecutively setting record heat. Under such a sky, I came here once again. Here I am, once again, feeling lost, but now and then I breathe it in to let it go. And you don't know where you meant. Sorry, like fucking Dan Schneider in those fucking shows. Like I love the theme songs to his shows, but goddamn, I hate Dan Schneider. He's so creepy. A high ceiling, a white room, a small folding chair on which I sat. What else are you gonna do on a chair? However, even though I came here, it was just I came here. Simply that. It's not like we talked about anything special, and at the least, I never brought up any interesting conversation topics. You bad friend, bad person. You're a bad person, Satsumi. Not even making conversation. Bleh. Bleh. It was just on the level of sitting next to the unilaterally chatting Himiko-san, making uninteresting responses. God.
一つ質問だけど
I mean, at least we're self-aware of how boring we are. Say, one question. Decisively, I tried asking a direct question.
私といて楽しい
Is being with me fun?
ええあなたといると退屈知らずよ
Yes, when I'm with you, I know no boredom. Yeah, we both find that very hard to believe.
嫌味
Sarcasm?
とんでもないすっごく楽しいわよ
No such thing. It's really fun.
すつみちゃんラブラブって感じかしら
It's a Sumi-chan lovey-dovey kind of feeling. Maybe she's toying with me? I couldn't help thinking that, but Himiko-san was always like this. One-sidedly getting all worked up, whatever I said, and cheerfully following her own pace to the end. And then, just when we had that exchange... Oh. Good afternoon. The person who came in was an older lady I didn't recognize. It was the first time I saw anyone come to this room. Himiko-san, how are you feeling?
ああ特にって感じかしら
Well, nothing special, I guess. Today is a bathing day. What shall I do?
大丈夫よお気遣いどうもね
I'm fine, thanks for your concern. Then, if there's anything, feel free to say. Click slam! With those final words, the lady I didn't know left the room left the room again. At first, I thought it was a family member, but it seemed to be otherwise. Maybe it was a helper? Since she was wearing an apron, she seemed like the one. It was just that I felt she was somehow different from the other people I knew called helpers.
今の人は
That person just now was...
ああヘルパーの人よ別の人の担当だけどね
Ah, a helper, although assigned to someone else. It seemed that I was right that she was a helper. But because there really did seem to be a difference, Himiko-san explained about helpers here. It seemed that the helpers of the general wards were generally supposed to help people in the physical sense. Depending on the hospital, it could be a job, and there also seemed to be some who looked upon it as a form of part-time work. Compared to that, the 7th floor helpers... Because mental care was relatively important. If you came thinking it was a part-time job, you apparently wouldn't be accepted.
まあ少なくともこの病院この7階では全員ボランティアのはずよ
Well, at least for this hospital, all the 7th floor helpers should be volunteers.
そうなんだ。偉いんだね。
I see. How admirable. I was a bit impressed. Just a tiny bit, not that much. It might have been obvious, but I had heard that those who have not been informed beforehand cannot enter the 7th floor. For those people who, by their own choosing, volunteer for free for the sake of those patients, I plainly felt admiration. But at my reaction, Himeko-san,
そうね。偉いわね。
indeed, admirable, she replied without conviction. Looking at it normally, you'd think you'd sense a bit of something like appreciation. And then Himeko-san's words from before. Though assigned to someone else, that someone else nagged at me. From just those words, one would think that Himeko-san's assigned helper also existed somewhere. But so far, I had never seen anyone like that.
姫子さんの担当の人は
Himeko-san's assigned helper is...
いないわよ。
There isn't one.
いない。どうして？
Isn't one? Why?
だって私には必要ないもん。
Because I don't need one. Plainly, that was the only answer she gave. I didn't really understand, but maybe the 7th floor helpers could be refused if the patient said so. Certainly, Himeko-san, when compared to the other people of the 7th floor, could walk normally and, because she was young, was lively, but... Come to think of it, since I've come here, I had not once seen any family members come to visit.
でも今はあなたが来てくれたからね。
But that's because now you come. It's as if she saw what I was thinking and replied.
ありがとう。これで残り3つになったわ。
Thanks, that leaves 3.
残り3つ。
Leaves 3?
ええ。年の離れた友達が欲しかったのよ。
Yeah, I wanted a friend from a different age group.
ほらよくあるじゃない。死ぬまでにしたい10のことって。
You know, isn't it common? The 10 things you want to do before dying? And she lightly used the word dying. That might also be because she's of the 7th floor, but to have that word said in a cheery voice suddenly was jarring. I guess. However, the 10 things one wants to do before dying. What they were, I didn't know. How much time Himeko-san had left, I also didn't know. Looking at it the other way, I could say there were 3 things remaining.
まあ、あれよ、説明。
Well, it's like that, Satsumi.
聖書が正しければ、世界は7日で作られたそうよ。
If the Bible is correct, seems like the world was created in 7 days.
だから、
And so,
私に残された時間でも、大抵のことは可能だと思わない？
even with the time I have left, don't you think most of them are possible?
それ、例えになってないわよ。
That doesn't make a good example.
まあ、そんなこと言わずにさ。
Don't say things like that.
残り3つなんだから、よかったら付き合ってよ。
There's 3 things left, so if you don't mind, come along with me. It looks like we've become friends, the 2 of us. Upon the first week of meeting, I've been asked to go along with the 3 remaining things to do before dying. Himeko-san's words. I don't know how serious she was, but it seemed that I would probably be coming to this place often. Yep. Oh. Oops. Oh, I didn't do anything. As the sun slowly sank and the sky stained orange, I left the hospital. Why is there so much alliteration? Ah. Today, I may have been at the hospital too long. As I was thinking that, my eyes landed on the schoolyard. Again, there were children running around happily. Even the metal bar I did the somersault on before had plenty of patrons today. Summer vacation dusk, the voices of Higurashi, sweaty playing children. Each and everything were the everyday parts that built up the scene of a common summer day. There was nothing out of place. No one who made a strained face like mine from a single somersault. Oni-san, what's wrong? As I continued to stand gazing, one child that was playing spoke to me. Did you want to play with the bar?
別に何でもないわよ。
Not particularly. It's nothing. With just that answer, I turned on my heel. Ooh, pretty. That's a pretty scene. Oh, I love that. Looking up, the sky already darkening. I hurried along the road home.
ただいま。
I'm home.
おかえり。ちょうど晩ご飯の支度ができたところよ。
Welcome home. The preparations for dinner are about done. Looking at the clock, it was already about 7. Today, Mother had come home first. And together with Mother, we began our usual early dinner.
そういえば、今日は遅かったわね。
Speaking of which, today you were quite late.
ちょっと病院寄ってたから。
I went to the hospital a bit.
あら？今日って検診の日だっけ？
Oh, today was an examination day?
うん、そうじゃないけど。
That's not it, but I worried about how to answer. How should I talk about Himiko-san? Being an acquaintance seemed safe, but after thinking a bit, I decided to answer like Himiko-san said.
友達のところに行ってたから。
I went to a friend's place.
友達？
A friend? Mother repeated my words back to me. She also had a surprised, unbelieving sort of expression. However, Mother having that kind of reaction was probably unavoidable, for the word friend to come out of my mouth was itself rare, while at the very least in these past few years it probably had been impossible.
そう。よかったわね、節美。お友達ができて。
I see! That's wonderful, Satsumi, making a friend! This time, she happily continued speaking. To that happy mother, I spoke about the events that happened up until now. That she was a very kind One-san. That lately I've been going to play every day. That often I was taken to go eat ice cream.
へえ、優しそうなお姉さんね。
My, it sounds like a very kind One-san.
うん。
It's not like I was lying, but I wasn't able to say that she was a resident of the 7th floor. Why I thought that, I didn't know the exact reason. Being on the 7th floor wasn't Himiko-san's fault. It was no one's fault. I knew that. Because I was in a similar position. Because at some point the people I knew disappeared. I knew it even more so. It's probably the feeling of not wanting to worry her. I'm sure that Mother would imagine that it was another normal patient or perhaps a nurse. But to deny that didn't seem like something I could do.
そうだ。じゃあ明日からお弁当も作ってあげようか。
I know then. Starting tomorrow, why don't I make lunches for you?
この距離でもわざわざ帰ってくるの面倒でしょ。
Even this distance, it must be a pain to come back, right? Mother continued being happy. Lately my health had been good, and probably hearing I had made a friend made her extra happy. I wouldn't say it out loud, but I think it hasn't been since the 6th grade trip. She'd always put effort into making lunch for me.
任せて。豪華なの作ってあげるから。
Leave it to me, I'll make a feast! In front of such a happy mother, I could say nothing. I could say nothing. As always, all I could do was quietly eat the fries. Oh. Music was about to loop there. Ah! that's it for today's episode of Narcissu Side Second. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, dice safely. Bye-bye!